All right.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, later.
Bye.
I'm gonna
Alright.
over by the
This is
stairs,
my
right?
seat.
Keep an eye on the stairs.
I'm gonna lock
Oh.
the doors, okay?
Look at this. Oh, wait, what is that on the ground?
Alright, you three. You've fallen into my trap card.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Here to
Freaking out.
assassinate you all.
Oh, not
Adjourned?
already.
Meeting adjourned.
Oh my god, there's so much space for all of you.
Alright, you guys.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna sit down. I'm just gonna stand up and talk to y'all if that's okay.
This is
Yeah.
force of habit for me. Yeah, I'll stand.
I'll stand over here just so you can all have equal earshot of me.
Okay, good.
Okay, so to start off with,
So I think at the moment it's the people being
start off
sworn
with,
in.
I just kind of want to go through a
Uh,
little
and
bit of what
then-
your responsibilities will be and
So,
how exactly some of these functions are going to
being
work.
sworn in?
Knock knock. Thank you.
Actually, you know what? No, let's swear you in, guys. First, let's swear you in first. And then we'll do
Yeah.
that, okay. So I have an oath. I know that some people might struggle to follow along, so I've actually written it down here. So I am going to share this with you. Cantor, I will have your own after we do these two, okay?
Sure.
Okay, alright.
So I'm going to share this with both of you. You can replace Los Santos County with Blaine County, Andy. Okay.
Alright.
It's gonna say Los Santos County.
Sounds good.
I know sometimes it can be difficult to follow along if I just tell you what to say. So it'd be easier if I just share it with you guys.
I think
no
that'd probably be something once Nino's
Whatever works.
sworn in. There's probably like a the
Oh, you
next
two
step
get both of
for
that?
his staff.
Yep.
Just
There we
like
go.
Both of you two
things
get that?
going on, like,
Ooh.
high-level government
Okay,
level
so
business.
Nino, if you would like to put your hand on a Bible, a book, I don't really care if you're
All right.
religious or not. You know, just something that means something to you. Do you have anything with you? Put it up in the air.
I can grab my cock.
Sure, that works.
All right.
Okay, so I want you to instead of repeating after me, I would just like you to read the oath and
All right.
just swear to us solemnly, okay?
All right. Did you? I'm sorry. Did you say repeat after you, or just?
No,
gonna
don't
stop?
repeat after me. I don't want to
Okay.
hear this shit 4 times in a row. So if you could just read it off and swear an oath to the state, please.
All right.
Ceremonial type shit.
I, Nino Chavez, do solemnly swear that I will
Did we win
faithfully
chat?
execute the office of the county mayor
Yeah, like they can come
for
in
Los
and
Santos
like
County,
double tap,
and will
like
be
brand,
and will,
like
to the
doors
best of my
unlocked,
ability,
like walk in,
preserve,
close them back,
protect,
doors locked
and
again,
defend the
doors locked.
Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of San Andreas, and the Charter of Los Santos County. I pledge to serve the people of Los Santos County with integrity, transparency, and dedication, always putting the needs and well-being of our community above all else. I will uphold the highest standards of ethical conduct, ensuring that my actions as mayor reflect the trust and confidence placed in me by the citizens of Los Santos County. In taking this oath, I affirm my commitment to serving the people of Los Santos County with honor, integrity, and steadfast dedication to justice and progress. So help me God.
Thank you
With
very
a
much,
capital
Mayor
G.
Chavez. Of course. Thank you very much. All right, Miss Andy.
All right.
I
Let me see.
believe Kit.
I, Andy Jones, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of County Mayor for Blaine County, and I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of San
Yo, Pally,
Andreas,
thinking first
and
up.
the Charter of Blaine County. I pledge to serve the people of Blaine County with integrity, transparency, and dedication, always putting the needs and well-being of our community above all else. I will uphold the highest standards of ethical conduct, ensuring that my actions as mayor reflect the trust and confidence placed in me by the citizens of Blaine County. In taking this oath, I affirm my commitment to serving the people of Blaine County with honor, integrity, and steadfast dedication to justice and progress. So help me God.
Oh, thank you so much for the
Thank
subs,
you very
guys.
much.
I'm gonna thank everyone
All right,
afterwards.
you
All right?
two. Let me look up your state IDs. Adams, while I'm doing that, would you like to go ahead and explain a little bit about their duties and how they're going to be able to do them and what their job necessarily entails?
Absolutely. Well, before we get to that, I do have an oath ready for Judge McNee here as well.
Oh, okay.
If you'd like to go ahead
Ooh.
and swear in under oath as well. I will go ahead and provide this for you here. And we're going to do much the same. I will have you just read it at your own pace.
Okay, yeah, for sure. You just when I'm ready. You don't need to know
When
the
you're ready,
formalities.
put
Okay.
your hand on a book. You know, of your choice.
I'm making sure my skeleton
You
sold.
got anything?
Whatever you choose.
Yep.
There's a
just
ball
track
of
it.
mine. Pick one.
And if it ain't here,
Yep.
well, shit.
Heavy for me, but I, dasMEHDI, do solemnly swear and affirm that I will administer justice without respect of persons, and do equal right to the poor and to the rich, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent on me as an elected judge under the Constitution and laws of the state of San Andreas. So help me God. Again, capital G.
Thank you, Judge McNeil.
Yeah.
I'll need your state ID as well, sir.
You might shoot yourself in the ass.
Is I forgot his name.
Arnold?
Arnold, why is
Arnold, is
not
he here?
here?
Okay,
He's
all right.
not able to be present.
All right, final list to you, Cantor, and then we'll get
Alright.
into the nitty
Oh my
gritty.
God, my phone is
I'm gonna
going.
share this with you so that you can just read it off.
Hold on,
on
let
your
me
report.
let
I'm
me go
swearing
like
on my
this.
gun,
Reminder
so
is there.
don't mind me.
That's fine by me. Don't really care.
State Farm, this is
All right.
courthouse.
Okay, let me go and share this with you. Okay.
All right. Okay. I, Philippa Cantor, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of medical director for the San Andreas Medical Authority and will do the best and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and promote the health and well-being of the citizens of the state of San Andreas. I pledge to uphold the highest standards of medical ethics, integrity, and professionalism in all of my endeavors, ensuring that the health services provided under my leadership are of the highest quality, accessible, and equitable for all. I vow to lead with compassion and dedication, always placing the health and safety of our residents as my foremost priority. I will strive to advance public health, foster medical innovation, and promote preventative care to improve the overall health outcomes of our community. In taking this oath, I affirm my unwavering commitment to the mission of the San Andreas Medical Authority to serve with honor, integrity, and a steadfast dedication to the health and well being of all residents of the state of San Andreas. So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh shit!
So let's get into the nitty gritty. There's a lot to cover here, but there's also not that much to cover. It really depends on how many questions you guys ask and how much you understand the charge that's been given to you all. So, Norman, do you want to do this or should I?
You can start with the. Also, honestly, would it be better maybe if I took McNee and went over the judiciary bit, and then you
Yeah.
kind of went over the rest with the mayors?
Sure.
And
Yeah, let's do that.
until-
Let's divide
Oh.
and conquer here. So.
All right.
Okay. All right. So let me pull up the Constitution because this is a very important document. Have you all three had a chance to read it?
Oh yeah.
All right. So you understand that this Constitution is essentially the bed that we all have to lie on, so to speak. It is the wall. It is unchangeable, unamendable, only by the state. They're the only people that have any authorization to change this. Now, contained inside this document is the descriptions of what each independent legislative authority is and how they function.
Oh,
Obviously, you're
Okay.
familiar with us, the Department of
Honestly, if you need to go
Justice.
deal with the Pluto
We are
stuff,
responsible for certifying elections, hosting the election process. We have legislative authority over all legal and judicial matters within the state, and a couple other things in there too, including the marshal's office. Now, with that being said, individually, there are 2 different counties, which obviously you're now elected to be the leaders of. Now, each county has legislative authority over its jurisdiction, and it's responsible for the governance, the public services, and the local laws that pertain to the residents and operations within Blaine County. That means that you are responsible for the county laws and the Blaine County Sheriff's Office or Los Angeles Police Department, depending on which one you are, because those are included in public services.
Mhm.
The respective sheriff and chief of police shall be appointed by you, you have essentially responsibility to all public services that are within that area as well. So that could
Oh.
potentially include any public services that you would like to start up or abolish.
Oh,
Do you guys have any
shit.
questions about that so far?
Nope.
No, ma'am.
Sounds good.
Okay. So with that being said, if you
Oh,
want to make a law
shit.
that is statewide, the only way it could be done is if you,
Shut the fuck up.
Nino and Miss Jones, if you got together and you were able to agree on legislation, if you both pushed it, it would become de facto state law and state legislation. Now, there is a process in place for this that is outlined further in legislation, but it's pretty simple. If you want to push legislation, there's a simple template that you must follow, which I believe we posted in City Hall already, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. So essentially, no, it's fine. Thank you. Essentially, if you may have looked at some of the legislation we done, that is a template that you must follow. An introduction of what your legislation is and how it's supposed to, or what its purpose is. The constitutional justification, i.e., if you read through the Constitution, there are rights that people have, and you need to justify why what you're doing could potentially be allowed to infringe upon or support these rights. The reasons must be good because the Department of Justice will take a look at any legislation that you propose and ensure that it is constitutional when it is posted. That being said, we're not going to stop it if we don't like it because there's another process for that. We are simply going to look at it and make sure that nothing that you have proposed would be in violation of people's rights or be undue and unnecessary to an extreme. So that is to say, you guys cannot outlaw or you guys cannot make it legal to murder people, for example. That's not acceptable. You cannot make public executions a thing unless you have the greatest way to convey that and legislate it. Essentially, there's checks and balances for the stuff that you do, and you have to justify what and why you're doing those things. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So when you want to post legislation, it's very simple. You are going to draft it up and you will post it in the city hall area. We'll
Yep.
get you permissions to do that. It will be a
Okay.
full thread, just like our mayoral election applications were a full thread. And there will be different legislative authorities that can potentially contest it. So if us, for example, as the DOJ had an issue with the legislation that was proposed, and not on a constitutional basis, but for other reasons, we would have a chance to file a contestant. How these contestants work are outlined specifically in legislation. There are a little bit of caveats and details to them, but essentially, it could lead to either a vote or a review from the state, depending. I think it mostly just goes to a public vote, though, if I'm not mistaken. Correct, Norman?
That is correct.
Okay, so most of the time it'll just go to a public vote, and we will put together a ballot, and then we will go from there. Any questions about that?
No questions.
Nope.
Okay. So I would encourage you to go through the different rights that citizens have just so that you can feel 100% comfortable and confident. Again, I would like to remind you that there's some things that the Department of Justice has control over, where if you would like to change them or make modifications to them, you can always call us and speak with us. We do retain ultimate authority over some matters, and you would have to convince us to change them or work together to push state
Okay.
laws amending those things. So
I'm trying to
it's
pay
important that
attention.
we talk. It's important that we work together. It's important that we do not just throw caution to the wind and what's the word that I'm looking for? Say fuck it and just do our own thing. I mean, you can do that, of course, if that's what you want to, but the system is designed for us all to work together. Now, there is a fourth legislative authority, which I have not mentioned yet, which is the San Andreas Medical Authority, which Ms. Cantor is the director over.
Oh,
She also has the ability to push forward contestments just like the Department of Justice or the people, should they want to get together enough petitions and file a contestment fee, they can also contest legislation that you're pushing forward. Now, the San Andreas Medical Authority, Ms. Cantor, this is responsible
Cantor
for
is an
creating
ally.
legislation for medical professionals. You are going to be overseeing the operations of medical authorities and representing the interests of the EMS and the doctors. Your authority essentially spans to the entire state with regards to medical issues, and so does your legislation. That doesn't
alright.
mean that you can make state laws, but you can make state laws pertaining to public health.
Sure.
Okay.
Understood.
Do any of you guys have questions about any of this?
Oh man.
No.
Great. Okay. Is there anything you'd like to mention, Adams, that I might have missed?
Not at this time. You've been pretty thorough. And
Let's
explained everything. I do
go!
encourage you again, and I just want to implore that take your time and read through. I know a lot of this legislation is still relatively new. And it is a living and breathing document.
Bro,
Or
we
documents, I
got
should
enough
say.
support
Familiarize yourself with everything.
in
Make sure
4
that the matters
weeks,
that you bring forward are in
which
fact
is crazy.
we have a unique opportunity for the three
Even despite the
to
insane
kind of make the mold for what
pushback
this
we were
state's
up
going to be,
against.
within your respective jurisdictions.
As a
and
lawyer that was
statewide.
going after the
Um,
system, which included the PD.
We want to ensure that you're successful because your success is the state's success at the same time. We don't, we don't want this to fall by the wayside or things to go awry. And the people obviously trusted you with authority and power in order to do so. And I just implore on you not to fail in executing your duties and responsibilities.
Okay. Well, I echo those sentiments as well. I did realize there's something I forgot to mention to you too. If no one can test your legislation after 3 days, it's automatically passed, and that is how legislation will be pushed forward by you two.
Okay.
So, with that said, there is one more thing that I wanted to mention, which is impeachments. I'm sure you are aware of that legislation as well. These
Mhm.
are a possibility. If they were to happen, anyone in the state can file an impeachment. It's not going to be simple if you're a citizen. You do need to get petitions together with signatures from people. You can't just say, I don't like them, I will pay the fine or pay the fee, and then go for impeachment straight away. There does need to be some uh, voice of the people aspect there. They will have to get signatures and then pay the fee, and then impeachment protocols will go from there. You can read the specific details of how that would work and what reasons you could potentially be impeached for. Besides that, the city is your oyster, or the counties are your oyster, I should say. Really encourage you guys to think outside the box and really push forward what you believe in and do the best for your constituents. The last thing I'm going to do here is get you guys access. Mr. Chavez, your team will have access to the 4th floor of City Hall. While City Hall is state property and is not designated for your jurisdiction, we think it would be a waste for this building to be unused. So we
Yeah!
will be allowing you and your delegates to use the 4th floor as you
Awesome.
please. Okay.
Thank you.
Please don't have any sex parties up here, though. And if you do, clean up after yourselves, right?
Absolutely. I have the director of ERP is going to be cleaning up from the previous administration.
perfect.
Who's that?
Oh yeah, I've never
Richard.
done that here. Never.
Oh,
He cleaned up BCSO
All right.
for us once.
And
Good
then the last thing I want to mention is the topic of the sliders, as they're called. This is going to be a bit of a odd one because there is some intention from the state to change how they behave, and that is not necessarily functional yet. The IT guys are still working on that. So
Okay.
for right now, from my understanding, both of you will have access to them.
Okay.
I think that for now, the easiest way to go about this would be to have you two work together and come to a consensus on how they could be applied.
Easy.
But there is no legislation or rules in place surrounding this, so we just ask for your understanding and patience until the IT guys can do their due diligence with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we can.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. All right. So we appreciate that. I understand that it could be a little bit
I'm gonna put
awkward,
the
so to
sliders
speak, but
down
we
and
think
say
that,
Andy
you two are
agreed.
very capable of doing that. So okay. I am going to get you guys keys really quick. So just give me a second. Norman, if you have anything to say, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
The keys.
Arthur, you have your keys.
This is where the split.
Obviously, I know you are in the position where you served as a judge in previous government.
She forced
and
my
you also
hands,
bring
ladies and
some
gentlemen.
experience from a sister
I'm kidding.
jurisdiction.
I'm gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Nino's gonna
Your
work very closely with
responsibilities
Andy.
are pretty clearly outlined here. That said, this is a new government. And there
Yeah,
are
I
responsibilities that are
understand
going to be
it's
outlined for you.
very different to what I had before.
Absolutely. Have you taken the time to read over the judicial election process legislation?
I believe I had in the past.
Okay. There is the
Yes, 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 yes. I have.
there's the
Yes,
legislation
I
that's
have.
been published here for you, so you're aware. You will be beholden to the responsibilities of taking bench trials, issuing licenses such as weapons licenses, hunting licenses, etc. You can field open and small claims court and small matters in traffic court as well.
Hmm.
While you are executing your duty, you are beholden again to the Constitution. Your actions and everything that you do need to answer to that. You are to interpret the law based on our Constitution and legislation surrounding. I don't have this worry with you, but don't bring your personal opinion into it or bias of any kind, as the position is beyond reproach. Um, Justice Angel, myself, and the other justices will be available as resources to you, and we'll be watching as you go about through your responsibility. Don't be afraid to approach us with anything if you have any questions, concerns.
I do have
And
one small one.
sure,
So obviously you just said, open court and small claims court are perfectly fine. Let's say somebody wants to contest something that starts getting slightly larger in scope. Should I say, like,
You
sorry?
three, would you please come with me so I can verify your keys work?
Yep.
those are matters
course.
that you can absolutely go ahead and
Bones, we could get an escort done. Thank you.
Congratulations,
so,
Kanta.
So there's a
Thank you.
couple things that we'll
Congratulations
need
to you
to
too.
do, just some
Big happy number.
formalities. If I'm not mistaken, because you guys are all now government employees or officials, you are going to be required to have DNA on file. Maybe I have to double check the legislation to
Yep.
be certain on that. So if it's not required, I'm not going to grab it, but
It's
it might be.
previously
So.
only cops, but it could have expanded.
I'm just going to double check because some things
I got
changed.
you.
So I don't think it's required, but I'm going to double check.
Hello?
Right?
I'm here either way for it. Fuck.
I mean, they're
What does that
gonna know.
entail?
I mean, they're gonna find my DNA all over the
And then
place. You know
also,
what I mean?
will spend after you guys are done here, I will spend some time making
Yes,
sure you all
yes,
have
yes.
MDT permissions and can access it as is appropriate. I will very likely create categories for
goodness.
your respective counties so that you can
Thank
create
you.
your own reports and legislation areas. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
I think, do we already have a process outlined for getting other people involved? So we're gonna have like our staff and everything.
I assume we outlined it ourselves.
Okay. Just like, do we bring
I
it
would
to them and
imagine.
get them hired?
Pardon me.
Hey, Kit.
I don't know. That's a good
Hey.
question.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
have keys
That's
to
the
be able.
one
Oh. I don't know if I spaced out in that conversation, but. Okay.
How did all
Something I
go,
should
do you
mention
know?
to you guys as well. Right now, there is no
What's up, Kit?
split jurisdictions for the MDT penal code or legislation. Should be taken care of by the time you guys are even able to push legislation. So
Oh,
Do you know if
don't
there's
worry
ever
too much
gonna
about that.
Sounds
be a place where we can read legislation up north, or no? Not yet.
That's what I just said.
I'm talking
There's-
about like.
oh, you mean like a place to go
like
look?
a place where
Walk up
instead of
and-
coming all the way to the
Yeah.
south.
I could see what I could do. I'll see what I
Okay.
can
Yeah, I
do
was
for you.
gonna
Okay.
say.
All right.
You
If
might
you
want to sign in. We'll talk in.
Hi.
Cancer, I gave
Uh-huh.
you because we don't have the medical director position
Sure.
officiated. Nancy, you're a city council member as far
Okay.
as the job is. So if you guys would like to go around
Perfect.
here to the coffee cup, we can sign in
Same
here.
job as I'm used to getting. Easy.
Yeah. Cancer, does the mayor sign in here or upstairs?
The mayor did sign in here. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, you guys, if you just want to go ahead and sign in for me and double check that that works.
It went all right. You know, she
It's the
accused
cop.
me of
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yep.
and I gave her food and she was
Perfect.
All right.
And then I believe if you
I'm
need
not
to
good.
access the budget and all that stuff, I believe that is done through the state.
I'm not
think.
qualified for this job. Oh,
Oh,
wait,
no.
no. I'm dumb. I am qualified. There we go.
Oh, perfect. So yeah.
Perfect. Miss Jones, would you try the state for me on your MDT?
Wait, the state?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Think
Yep.
about the state.
Okay. Do you have access to the sliders in there?
Would they be under tax rates?
I believe so. Yeah.
If so, no.
Okay.
I'll manage through the state finances in your office.
Oh yeah,
It
you
was-
have to go to
it
the
was at
office.
the desk
Oh,
in the office.
I don't have an office.
Well, you can.
All right. Well, that
listen,
works.
You can share it with Nino and tell them. Okay. Well, I'm sure Nino's okay with that. Right, Nino?
Fucking hilarious.
It's okay. I'm sure I'll
wait,
be
sorry,
in
say
early
again?
north.
You two will probably have to share the mayor's office for a bit, if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah,
It'll
perfect.
mostly be yours. I'll just come down and check stuff every once in a while.
All right.
Okay.
If I,
right.
Have to.
All right, you
because the-
two. Well,
This water's
is,
blowing up.
is there anything else that you guys need from us?
Can't start a question. But
How
I'm
do we
actually
how do we
interested.
do the sliders?
Yeah.
It'll be up in the mayor's office,
in the
fourth floor.
office.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And then what is the process for actually hiring on our staff? Do we have to articulate that to you? Or
I
do we
did.
Just tell
Nino
you
did
how many
that.
wasn't hired
Just
and
tell
you-
me
Nino
if
did
you
that
want to hire them
as
to
a homage
a job. I
to
probably what I'll
the
do
Clean
is I'll
Boy
just
mayor
have, I'll just
mayorships.
have like a staff position created probably that
Okay.
I can just
That's
any
a
justice
nod.
can take care of you guys or remove.
Sure.
We just
All right.
ask that you keep a record of them and their
So what
sanity, so
Lang,
we can pretty easily remove it. And add them. We
Mickey,
might do that ourselves,
Nino.
actually. We'll see.
Yeah, okay.
But,
That makes
so
sense.
we're not gonna have any qualifiers. I mean, if you come to me and say you want Mr. K staff, I'll do it. It's your fault if you get
Okay.
impeached for it. So
Understood. All right. Good to know.
I'm just there to facilitate. We're all here to facilitate. So
Okay. Perfect. So,
This may be a odd question, but
Mhm.
are we able to, like me and Andy, let's say we want to put something up for vote, can we create a ballot, or is that something we should do
Yeah,
through the
I'm
DOJ?
wondering about that too.
any justice can take care of that for you. I don't know if we're opposed to letting you guys create your own. I just worried that considering that we're supposed to be responsible for officiating a lot of ballot measures, I feel like it would be better for us to do it.
Good
Okay.
delegating
We're
leader, yeah.
watching City Hall constantly, and I don't know. I feel like if it's really you're unable to get a justice, I don't think we're opposed to you creating a ballot, but we prefer if it went through us.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's probably all on you because in the north, I think we're gonna town hall it up and do all in favor kind of deals.
Yeah, Nino,
until-
you remember those county councils?
Yeah, I was
do
thinking
that.
very similar as well, but
But we're very
Right.
small up there. You have way more people down here.
yeah.
Until the BCSO get their own City Hall, it's gonna be kind of a slightly shared here for some functions. So, but not all of us. And I
that's
will do
fine.
what I can, Andy, to help you get some of those other functions taken care of up there. Okay.
Appreciate
But I'm
it.
sure you also have plenty of
Oh,
people
yeah.
and connections that can help you as well. So you don't
My
necessarily need me
contacts
for it
at the
all.
old
So
construction company. Yeah.
that's right. I'm sure you have plenty of that. So
Stayed.
all right. Well, you guys are sworn in. You're ready to go. Congratulations on your new position. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to our IT guys and get you guys permission to post in City Hall. And
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Perfect.
Thank you so
All
much.
Perfect.
That's
Thank you
great,
so
thanks.
much.
All right.
Congratulations
work.
again. I also would like to say the San Andreas State Marshals are responsible for your protection in the case of any threats on your lives or anything like that. So if you ever feel like you need protection, please reach out to us and we will take care of you on that measure. Okay.
All right.
Will do.
One more thing, the state account, you will be able to see it when you're signed in. That number might not be fully accurate, so don't be surprised if it changes. Sometime soon, there's some pending bills that might be going through. So,
Oh yeah. Does this mean we have active county accounts that we can see?
not yet. That's still being worked on.
Okay. TBD. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's almost 100% ready. It's just waiting for reasons that I cannot say.
Sounds good. After the fair
Everyone out
motions,
here
this is
thinking
fundraising
Nino's
for
Chang
our
Gang
account,
when
I might
Nino hasn't forgotten his
have all of
roots.
it deposited with a justice just for safekeeping.
Okay, sure.
I feel weird having it in my own account.
Yeah.
So it can be transferred
Perfect.
over.
Well, if there's any other
Alrighty.
questions or clarifications, give us a call. We'll take care of you, okay?
Sounds good.
Congratulations again, you all.
Thanks. I don't know about you, Nino,
right.
but I want to go see how that stuff works.
Yeah, 100%. Let's
Just
do
so
it.
we're aware where it is.
It's all right if I come with y'all. I've seen you
Absolutely.
usually, so
Your job
I've
saved.
heard about it.
Congratulations. Well,
Woohoo!
told you didn't need to worry about anything.
And Bones,